7 home games have now been established for the Oklahoma Sooners as the last 2 games that they needed for the 2024 season has been selected. So we know we got to talk about these games, talk about these teams, and talk about the 2024 schedule, a year early just for the fun of it. But before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you all for pulling up to the YouTube channel. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know how you feeling about the 2024 schedule. We know the SEC schedule now of who we're going to play. Just don't know the dates yet. But now we have all the non-conference games, which leads Oklahoma to 7 home games next season, which is kind of a pretty good thing based upon the gauntlet of games that the Sooners are going to have to play. If you like the content here, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We would love to have you around as we're talking a bunch of college football content dropping down the line, especially with the season coming up, and you don't want to miss any of that. And so let's talk about Oklahoma's schedule. Let's talk about who they're going to play, and I'm going to give a few thoughts on these games. And so let's pop that bad boy on the screen right now. All right, this is who we playing. So it was announced earlier this morning that the Sooners will add 2 more games, 1 non-conference P5 game that they have to have. It's the SEC rule. You're required to play a Power 5 school as one of your non-conference games, and then whoever else you want to play. Well, Oklahoma's had a full gauntlet, and so we know about Auburn, LSU, Mississippi, or Ole Miss, as well as Missouri as road games next season. And then the home games are going to be Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, as well as technically Texas. OU will wear home jerseys, but it's in Dallas. It's a neutral site game like it always is for Red River. Well, non-conference wise, Oklahoma also has Tulane and Temple, which are coming to Norman, but then they added Houston and Maine. And so Houston counts as a Power 5 team. They are in the Big 12/16 or 18, whatever the Big 12 conference is going to be at the end of the season once all the conference realignment's done. They do count as a Power 5. And so bringing Houston to the house I think it's a good thing. Historically, Oklahoma has done pretty, solid against Houston, except for, 2016 when we lost at Energy Stadium when they first opened it up. That was a bleak year. That was the downfall of the year as we were going through it. But digress. Adding Houston, adding Maine. Honestly, adding Maine gives us really a good SEC schedule because that game will probably be played somewhere in the middle of the season before playing against like the likes of Alabama or something. I actually probably won't do it before Alabama because Alabama's at home. Probably do that right before like LSU or maybe Auburn. So, it's going to be a gauntlet of a schedule. I mean, looking at this overall, I'm like, we got a tough SEC schedule, but at the same time, it's similar to the rest. I mean, Tulane, depending on how good they are going into that year, could be a challenge. I mean, remember, they did win the Cotton Bowl this past year, beating USC. And so going from the year we played them at the crib to playing them playing against USC in the Cotton Bowl, pretty big deal for them. And then Temple comes to town. So right now the schedule is set for Temple on August 31st. You'll have potentially Houston playing the week after, followed by Tulane, and then Maine will be somewhere random in the schedule, like I mentioned right before we go. It's a big game. So see your new schedule. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know what's your thoughts. How you feeling about this schedule going to 2024? I know a lot of you are just excited as I am as we prepare to go into the SEC because I think it's going to be some good stuff. Recruiting classes are looking good and everything's looking good. So let's make the magic happen. If you made it this far, and you like what we did, make that like button. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of the family. And so the YouTubers say to watch one of these videos, and I highly recommend it because I'm curating it perfectly for you all. And we'll drop some more videos today. So keep your eyes open.